From Darko Milicic becoming a pro kickboxer in Serbia, to Greg Oden constantly getting injured, here are the NBA players that were forced to leave basketball. Not all players in the league end up playing ball till the end. Some of them find their calling in other sports. Like Darko Milicic did, Milicic was chosen as the second pick in the NBA draft. This dude was supposed to be a big deal, being a towering 7-foot, 250-pound center. But things didn't exactly go as planned. He hopped around between 6 different teams during his 10-season NBA career, but most of the time, he ended up warming the bench until the game was pretty much over. It wasn't long before Darko decided that basketball wasn't his calling anymore. Nope, he took a wild turn and turned to kickboxing to make a living. Signed a contract to become a professional kickboxer in Serbia. Pretty cool, right? Just like Milicic, Andrew Bynum had a pretty rough career, only his rocky start stuck with him till the end. Bynum was expected to follow in the epic footsteps of basketball legends. But the start wasn't all sunshine and rainbows for this high school superstar turned pro. But in his 3rd season, Bynum unleashed his inner beast. He was hooping and dropping, an average of 13.1 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 2.1 blocks per game. Now here's the twist. His knees were barely reliable. He didn't take care of his weight or rehab as diligently as he should have. And get this, the dude even managed to injure himself while bowling. The Lakers paired Bynum up with the fabulous Pau Gasol, creating a towering twin tower combo. Bynum brought the muscle, while Gasol brought the finesse. With this dream team, the Lakers managed to snag not 1, but 2 championships. Talk about a post-Shaq power move. Alongside Kobe Bryant, Lamar Odom, and Pau Gasol, they took down the Celtics and the Magic to claim the title of world champions. But alas, all good things must come to an end. On August 10, 2012, the Lakers made a big old trade involving Bynum and the notorious Dwight Howard. And things went downhill for our guy from there. He hopped around different teams like a lost basketball soul, with stops in Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Indiana. And before he even hit 30, poof! Bynum was out of the league, left wondering what went wrong. Now, playing in the NBA made some of these players realize that basketball, heck, even sports itself, just wasn't for them. Just like a bunch of NBA players out there, Chris Dudley bounced around different teams during his 16-year career, not getting a ton of playing time. But he wasn't one to kick back and chill. After hanging up his jersey in 2003, he dove headfirst into the financial advisory world. But that wasn't enough for our man Dudley. In 2010, he actually ran for governor of Oregon. Talk about ambition. He hustled hard and managed to raise an insane $10 million for his campaign. Chris had big plans to improve education in the state and make it more business-friendly. Close call though, he fell just 1.5 percentage points short of beating John Kitzhaber in the election. Despite getting tons of encouragement and respect, he decided to give politics a break. Being the awesome guy he is, Dudley founded the Chris Dudley Foundation. Why? Well, he knows the struggle firsthand. He was diagnosed with diabetes as a kid, and that sparked his desire to help other children facing the same challenge. So he set up this foundation to support kids with diabetes. Pretty amazing, right? And the same word can be used to describe Brandon Roy's career before he had to give everything up due to knee injuries. Right from the get-go, Roy was the real deal as a shooting guard in the league. When he burst onto the scene as a rookie, he totally rocked it and snagged the Rookie of the Year award. His rookie stats were off the charts, and it seemed like Roy was destined to be the Trailblazers' superstar. But oh boy, fate had other plans for him. His knees started acting up, bringing back the same troubles he had in college. Then on April 11, 2010, he suffered a knee injury that marked the beginning of the end of his promising NBA career. In 2011, Roy had to throw in the towel and retire due to his persistent knee issues. It was a major bummer, but he gave it another shot in the 2012 to 2013 season with the Timberwolves, the team that originally drafted him. However, his comeback was short-lived, lasting only 5 regular season games. Since hanging up his sneakers, Roy has been coaching high school basketball like a boss. In 2017, he even snagged the Naismith National High School Coach of the Year award. Talk about turning a setback into a slam dunk. And just like him, LaRue Martin knows more than anyone about building yourself from the ground up. Martin had all the makings of a basketball superstar back in the day. But despite the high hopes, his performance fell flat, averaging just 4.4 points per game during his 4-year stint in Portland. Turns out, the NBA circus wasn't his scene, and the pressure to deliver became overwhelming. Feeling like a fish out of water, LaRue got traded to the Sonics. But before long, he decided to call it quits. It could have been a real downer, but the story takes a turn. LaRue landed a gig as a delivery man for UPS, and boy, did he put his nose to the grindstone. Away from the NBA spotlight and all the stress, he thrived in his new job, and he didn't just settle for being a delivery guy. LaRue climbed the ranks and eventually became an executive, dealing with community affairs and political relations. But that's not all. LaRue kicked his drinking habit, which was a major victory in itself. All these experiences molded him into an individual who found success even when life looked gloomy. From a basketball letdown to a UPS big shot, LaRue Martin's story is a testament to never giving up. Now our next player was all about not giving up, but he also dreamt big. Just because he left the league didn't mean Kevin Johnson was going to lie low. Back in 2008, he decided to throw his hat into the political ring and ran for the mayor of Sacramento. And he won? Can you believe it? This dude became the first African American to serve as mayor of California's state capital. He didn't just sit back and enjoy the perks of being mayor. Johnson got down to business and did some incredible stuff during his time in office. The guy's got a real passion for basketball, and it shines through in his work. He actually played a crucial role in saving the Kings from ditching Sacramento and moving to Seattle. Thanks to Johnson, we still get to cheer for our home team. Our star also fought the good fight for NBA players when he took on the notorious former owner of the Clippers, Donald Sterling. Johnson stood up against the guy and helped push for a ban from the league. Now that's some serious dedication to the sport, but sometimes it takes more than that for a player to succeed, not getting constantly injured for starters. Right from the start, things weren't looking great for Greg Oden. Before his rookie season, he had to undergo microfracture surgery. Portland decided to sit him out for the entire season, which was a bummer. But in his second year, Oden was finally feeling healthier than ever before. He managed to play 61 games, but he still had his fair share of injuries. He hurt his foot in his NBA debut, and then his knee acted up a few months later. In his third season, there was a glimmer of hope. Oden showed some real improvement, but his knees weren't having it. He only played 21 games before more knee injuries took him out of the game. Oden decided to sit out the 2010 to 2011 season and focus on rehab. He had high hopes of making a comeback the next season, but unfortunately a series of issues and surgeries got in the way. It ended up costing him 3 whole seasons, and Portland eventually let him go in 2012. Oden had a shot at redemption when he tried to make a comeback with the Heat in the 2013 to 2014 season. They had the big three of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, and things seemed promising. However, the Spurs quickly shut down those hopes in the finals. Now, let's set the record straight. Oden wasn't a bad player at all. He was just incredibly fragile for the rough and tumble world of NBA basketball. And because of his extensive injury history and mature appearance, some people even started joking that he was LeBron James's long-lost dad. That was a little too wild. After the 2013 to 2014 season, Oden's NBA journey came to an end. He tried his luck in the Chinese Basketball Association for a season in 2015 to 2016. When his basketball career wrapped up, Oden decided to head back to Ohio State and finish his degree. He rocked that cap and gown in 2019. And guess what? In 2022, he became the director of basketball operations at Butler University. Talk about a comeback off the court. So there you have it, guys. From Greg Oden constantly getting injured to Darko Milicic becoming a pro kickboxer in Serbia, those were the NBA players that were forced to leave basketball.